Apparently, I was just given a great honor. Uh, I saw I saw an all-white red-tailed hawk, and I'm told by a friend that when the Native Americans, the first peoples, would see a red-tailed hawk, they thought it was a sign of honor, and they would uh, stop and clear their minds. So uh, I was just trying to adjust my glasses. Did you see that? All right. Well, this being told that reminded me of this story. Uh, anyway, I'm not going to explain it. Anyway, here's the story. So, I was 23, maybe 24. I was 23. Pretty sure I was 23 or 24. And I was homeless with a wife and an infant. It was fun. It was so much fun. I don't recommend it. Don't try it. Anyway, so I was homeless with an infant, with a wife and kid, just trying to figure out how are we going to do this, right? So the homeless shelter had a bus that I had to get on every day. It would take us to downtown Omaha, and then I would catch the bus from downtown Omaha to work. And I had a daytime, full-time, 40-hour-a-week telemarketing job, and once in a while they would allow us to work more than 40 hours. Anyway, the bus from the homeless shelter would take us and drop us off downtown, and then I would have like an hour, maybe more, before the city bus would take me to work. And I would just hang out by these ponds in downtown Omaha, and they had these swans. They had swans in these ponds, and this one swan would one day this a swan all by itself. It wasn't with the group or whatever. It just swam over to me. It just came right up to me, and I didn't have anything, so I just grabbed some grass and put it on the edge of the pond there, and the swan started to eat it. And when it was done, it just looked at me, and so I gave it some more. And that swan and I spent, a nice little time together, maybe 10-15 minutes. And I was a Christian at the time, and I was having one of those days where I could feel the presence of God so strong, that type of thing. Anyway, I go and I get on the bus because it's time for me to go to work, and I'm still enjoying this, whatever it was, the presence of God, peace, whatever. I was enjoying it still while I was sitting on the bus, and this old woman is looking at me, and she just turns in her bus seat, and she says, "Young man, what is it?" And I looked at her. I said, What?" Because I was off in my reverie, right? And she said, "You are glowing. What is it?" And here's the autism, the completely unself-aware. And I said, it's just the presence of God. It's just amazing. I'm just enjoying the presence of God so much right now. And she starts to tell me how she is Jewish, and she understands. And of course, I have to try and convert her now, but we're gonna ignore that. And she and I have what I thought at the time was a nice little conversation. She was having to be unbelievably patient and kind with me, but we had this nice conversation. She got off the bus. I continued on the bus out to Western Omaha to do my telemarketing job. So years later, I told somebody that story, and they said, "Well, did you look up what having a swan as your spirit animal means?" And I was like, "No, why would I do that?" So I actually looked it up recently, and I was pleasantly surprised. It nailed my personality pretty well. But there you go. There's a nice little story of one of the times when I was homeless, and some of the something nice that came out of it. Have a great day.